This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 135 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Enjoy today's tip. Hey everyone, Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky, and you're listening to Horse Tip Daily. Well, I wanted to apologize for last week. We got the shows out a little late, had a bit of a problem on Monday in that we had a hard drive on one of our critical computers for Horse Tip Daily especially crash. I spent about 5 or 6 hours on the phone with Dell, fighting with them, trying to convince them that the hard drive did crash. And then they finally did send out a replacement, which I got on Thursday. We installed the replacement hard drive, and everything worked just fine, so I guess I was right and they were kind of wrong, and I really wanted to call and tell them that after fighting with them for so long on Monday, which, as you know, can be a very frustrating process if your computer dies now. Calling support and getting people who barely speak English and fighting that battle to convince them that you're right and they're wrong and they really need to send you the part under warranty. So on that note, I thought I would do a little bit different tip for you today and make it a Glenn the Geek tip, one that I highly recommend and that really saved my butt last week. And that is the importance of backups. And I'm not just talking, you can get an external hard drive. There's a couple ways to do that now, backing up your computer to make sure you don't lose everything when your hard drive crashes. There's a couple ways to do it. One way is to do it through an external hard drive. They're pretty cheap now. You can buy a 1 terabyte external hard drive for about $89. I have several of them here that we store all the shows on. But the problem with that is if something happened to your computer, you got a virus and it got into the external hard drive, or you had a fire, or there was some kind of damage to your house, you would lose both of those. So what I highly recommend, in addition to an external hard drive to back up your computer, is to back up, then turn around and back up your computer also with an online backup service. And there are a couple of them that I use, 2 of them in particular, and these are not commercials for these services. They're just something that I like and I use and I think would be of a great benefit to you. So, you have all those pictures on there you've taken over the years. You have all your documents. You have your resumes. You have everything on your computer, your kids' stuff. And all of a sudden, your hard drive crashes and you lose it all. What do you do then? Well, you have to start over. Well, you don't have to start over if you just back it up. And I know that's something we all say, I'll get around to that. Well, it's time to actually do it. So you got the external hard drive, maybe? That's an option. It just plugs in the USB port in your computer. It's very easy to transfer information over or to back up your whole computer onto it. That'd be a tip for another day, how to do that easily. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was the possibility of backing it up online so that no matter what happened in your household, no matter where you went, you could restore your computer's files right onto your computer from wherever you are. And there are 2 services I recommend for that. One is Carbonite, Carbonite. Carbonite I've been using for years. It costs about $50. And what you do is you go on to Carbonite and you sign up. And I think they even have a 30-day free trial at Carbonite. You sign up and it gives you instructions of what to do. Downloads this little client onto your computer. And you go in then and you tell Carbonite which files on your computer you want to back up. You can back up them all. You can back up certain files that maybe have pictures or important documents in it. And you tell Carbonite which ones you want to back up, and it does it in the background. You don't even know it's running. It just, while you're idle, it's uploading information overnight, during the day. If your computer's not being used, it's constantly updating and that information and that update up to Carbonite. And when you make changes to a file, it updates it automatically for you so that by the next day you go in there, you're going to see all of your changed files. That's what's so cool about an online backup service like that is you don't have to remember to do it. Everything is automatic. It just does it for you. And there's a second one called Mozy, MOZY.com, that I really like and I use for one of my other computers. It's $4.95 a month for unlimited data storage and unlimited backup. And you pay it by the month. So if you can't afford the $50 of a Carbonite right away. For a year, you just can use Mozy. It's a monthly charge. Mozy works the same way. You tell it which files you want to back up. It does it in the background. It does it seamlessly. Mozy has worked very well. They both have for me. So I would recommend either one of those. And don't put it off. Do it today. Go sign up for either one of those. Tell it which files you want to back up on your computer and get that started. Now, when you first start with it, it takes probably 3 or 4 or 5 days, depending on the size of the files you want to back up, for it to get them all backed up. But then it's just constantly doing updates as you make changes, so it goes a lot faster after that. So back up your files, keep them backed up automatically through an online service like Carbonite or Mozy.com. And I'll put those links in our show notes for today's show at Horse Tip Daily, episode 135. Well, don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at horseradionetwork.com. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.